Hi. How does one keep a steady, consistent course in life when it has ups and downs and throws curves at you? How does one encounter the obstacles without being thrown off course? Or at least, how do we make it a temporary stumble or fall? My life has had its share of ups and downs, and some kept me down longer than others. The earliest to devastate me was, of course, when we discovered the truth about the truth. That was what we always called the Jehovah's Witness organization, the truth. And since leaving, I've had other blows in my life that have been hard to deal with. But I would say what has helped me were the habits that I developed between the times of crisis. I wanted to read to you from one of Alexander Maclaren's sermons because he articulates well in this sermon how I feel, what the cure is or what the protection is to keep us on a steady course. His sermon is called Commonplace and Crisis, and his text is from Proverbs 4, verse 12. It says, "When thou goest, thy steps shall not be straitened, and when thou runnest, thou shalt not stumble." So I just wanted to read a few paragraphs, some selections from this sermon. He says, "We have here, then, a promise for the long, uneventful stretches of life. The bulk of our lives is of the kind described in the first clause. For many miles of road, there is nothing exciting to vary the grind. Everything is as it was yesterday, and it will probably be tomorrow. The trivial round makes up the larger part of every life. The only way of preventing the common from becoming commonplace, and the small from becoming trivial, and the familiar from becoming contemptible, is to link all of it to Jesus Christ, and to do all for Him, and in company with Him. Then the rough places will be made plain, and the mountains of difficulty will be brought low, and the valleys of the commonplace be exalted. When thou runnest, thou shalt not stumble. Crises do come, calling for the putting forth of all our powers to do or suffer. The spurts are short, but they exhaust. We live years in moments of supreme agony or bliss. The runner is apt to trip, and the greater the speed, the more the danger of a stumble, and the more dangerous its consequences. We all know how many men there are that do very well in the uneventful commonplaces of life, but bring them face to face with some great difficulty or some great trial, and there is a dismal failure. But Jesus will make us fit to face great difficulties or great sorrows or anything that may storm down on us out of the dark. If we trust Him, keep near Him, let Him choose our way, and try to be like Him in it, whatever great occasions may arise, either of sorrow or of duty, we shall be equal to them. But the virtue that comes out victorious in this crisis must have been nourished and cultivated in the humdrum moments. For it is no time to make one's first acquaintance with Jesus Christ when the eyeballs of some ravenous wild beast are staring into ours, and its mouth is open to swallow us. Unless he has kept our feet from being straightened in the quiet walk, he will not be able to keep us from stumbling on the vehement run. Fellowship with God in the heavens, which is made possible on earth by communion with Christ, is the condition both of unwearied running and of unfainting walking. If we will keep in the path of Christ, he will take care of the commonplace, dreary tracks and of the brief moments of strain and effort, and will bring us at last where he has gone, if looking unto him we run with patience the race and walk with cheerfulness the road that is set before us. I'm going to link to 2 videos on a similar thought of how to set up things so that you can keep your course. The first one has to do with a reading schedule, and it was one that I was doing, and I called it, How Can We Stay in the Way? Constant meditation on the Word of the Lord. It's based on Psalms 119. The second video is The Thought Life of XJWs is the first line of defense against bitterness. What are we feeding our minds? Thanks for watching.